Okay, while I was gone, all I did was just split the last piece that I had from that bundle and made this. And see, I left a good amount of space. You can see it in between. But when I do that invisible part, it's going to cover all that. So I'm not even worried about that, again, as I was saying. So with this, see, I'm going to leave a lot of space in there. And it does not matter because when I do that invisible part, it's going to cover all of that. See, you can see that. That's not even going to matter. And I want the majority of that blonde in the front. See how that blonde is right there? And just real, the chunkiness and everything. And see how when I do that, you can't see anything. And that's just how I want it. And this hair is really some yucky hair, y'all. Like, this is really a yucky texture. But I wanted it kind of thick like that for this bob. And I do my invisible part line pretty thin. This is just going to be hot because it's just going to be like blow. And then this bang is going to be cut up real good and just. So anyway, to get that blonde like I want, see how this is streaked? I would cut up this, and then I kind of skip this and go right to that blonde again. So I can continue with the streak pattern, or I can make this part of my hair a little bit more blonder, which I want my bang absolutely a little bit more lighter, because I want to be able to put my streaks where I want them. So I cut that small piece because I don't need a whole lot for this edge. Okay, and now I'm switching over to my white glue, which I hope I have some more in there. Getting that little excess out, that little chunky stuff. Putting it in a safe place where it's not going to get on anything. Okay, so I'm putting a little glue. On it. Bam. Putting it on my head. Wow, it's not even long enough really to go over. So prayerfully it'll stay right there. And I'm going to the next part. As I told you, I want to stick with my blonde pieces. So I'm kind of cutting in between where the blonde streak is. Thank you. That's crazy. I almost made me take the wrong. So I cut another blonde piece. And I'm putting it right over top. Because I want this blonde to be dominant in the front part of my hair. You can already see the browns, and when I cut it up, you're going to really see the darker brown, but I want that blonde to, again, like I said, to be dominant in the front of my hair. So these are little pieces that I'm cutting off and cutting off that blonde. Now this has a little blonde and brown mixed in it, which is fine, but that blonde is still in the front of that. It's kind of half and half, which is fine. So again, I'm putting it right over top of it. This hair is tricky because the track line is very coarse, I would say. I mean, very kind of hard. So you got to make sure that you know, in doing an invisible part with this hair, you have to make sure that it's secure on your head. It's sticking, but the way that the thread is on here, it's not, you can tell it's not a real good quality of hair, but it's all good. This is what I chose. This is what I'm going to work with. Lord, please let me work with it. So again, I'm sticking, look at this hair, it's just like, I'm just again sticking with that blonder piece in the front and going right over top of that. Look at how that's just sticking out, just it's terrible. Yeah, but I'm gonna work this hair out. And I'm pressing to make sure that that hair is staying down. It's staying on there. And it's looking good. It's looking good. So I'm picking it up off the floor. And I am working it out. I'm just going to come back to those pieces. Those pieces are just horrible. Okay, this piece is horrible too, but hey. Okay. Now I'm just going to, I made sure that the majority of that front piece was blonde. Now I'm going to just kind of go in between, and as I get closer to this part, I'll make sure that it's more blonde showing again. Okay. And of course, I'm sorry, I have to look up there so I'll make sure my hair is being done correctly. But I'm just placing the hair right over top of the other hair because it's kind of so short. Just gonna do like that. That's some thick hair. Usually the silky hair, this is gonna slide right off of it, but look how, you know, it took a long time to slide down like that. This hair is thick. It's really yucky. It's moving, but it's yucky. And I am not wasting any piece of this hair, so I make sure that I got it. And I just so happen to come past an all blonde piece. So make sure that I don't have too much on there, and make sure that you gotta really, like, this hair is really not a good brand. You gotta really make sure you can handle this. Putting it in. Okay. And so I'm gonna, we know you're looking at my face like, what the world? This hair is, and this is split, and it's still looking kind of, making sure I get it on there without getting too much on there, because you don't need a whole lot. And then you just still follow the pattern. See? And just keep cutting. I'm not going to do too much talking now. I'm winding down. It's getting late, so I'm winding down. And the less I talk, the more I get accomplished. So I just put that right over top of it, but I have to look at it, y'all. Okay. And I'll just keep laying them right on top of each other. Now we're getting into some browns. You okay? You all right? Right over there. Cutting the next piece. Go back into some blonde. And place it right over top. And this is not even clipped to my hair, that's just holding on to the hair. So I'm not digging it into, you know, my hair. Love you. See you in a couple minutes. Oh yeah. So I'm just going to continue with that all the way up, and then on this side, yes, so I can hurry up and get this done if you all want to see how I cut this bob, okay? So I'm going to finish this up, and I'll be back with you.